It's February. How are you doing with those resolutions? Which I don't believe in, actually. If you have lost your way, it's because you haven't found your why. If you want to find your way back to those resolutions, back to those goals you set back in January and the first of the year, find your why and you will find your way. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, I talk a lot about I am. If you have not watched that episode, go back and watch that one that we released at the beginning of January. It's a very important episode where whatever follows I am is coming looking for you. So go back and review that. The follow-up to that one, and I'm releasing it in February because of this reason in particular. Did you go to classes in January at the gym, or you went to the gym in January? It was probably packed, right? I mean, I couldn't believe how many people showed up to these gym classes that I've been taking, where it had been empty before. Mid-February, now empty. We're back to just a handful of people. And why is that? It's because they never found their why, or they lost their why and they lost their way. They lost their way to the gym. They forgot how to get to the gym because they forgot their why, or they never even claimed their why. What am I talking about? I'm talking about your why, that driving force that's stronger than your excuses, stronger than your justification, stronger than you wanting to sleep in and not go to the gym. I'm using that as an example because that's a very common thing, and I'm a personal trainer also. And it's something I hear a lot, right? When clients first come to me, I don't understand what happened. I had all these aspirations and goals and resolutions, and how is it I'm here now? Because you didn't find your why, so you lost your way. Your why needs to be strong enough to propel you forward, even when you don't want to. When day one, drop in comments, put some fire in comments if on day one, when you decide this is it, 2025 is the year I'm taking control of my body, my health, my eating. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat broccoli and chicken, and I'm going to go to bed on time. I'm going to drink half my body weight in ounces of water every day. Day one's easy, right? You're like, yeah, I'm ready. Like you cut on the Rocky hood and I got this. What happens, right? Sometimes by day 3, it's not so easy. Day 7, you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just start on Monday. I'll wait till after my birthday. You have all these excuses, all these justifications, and it's because your why was not strong enough. When I hired a trainer and I told that trainer, I want to lose 80 pounds, he asked me why. And I was like, what kind of trainer are you? What do you mean why? Because I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to feel disgusting anymore. I want my clothes to fit. I want my health to improve. And he said, of course you do. Everybody wants that. Tell me one person in the world that says, you know what? I don't care when I die. And if I die a horrible death from a horrible disease that I bring on myself from lack of eating healthy and lack of exercise and lack of getting enough sleep and lack of drinking water. Yeah, I'll sign up for that. No one says that, right? He's like, no, everybody wants that. Why do you want to lose 80 pounds? Well, I want, I want it because my daughter, I want to live a long life for her and to see my grandkids. And again, he's like, Everybody wants that. Nobody says, I want to die an early death so I never see my grandchildren. He said, you have to dig deeper. It's just like, do you remember that movie, The Princess and the Frog? Do you remember Mama Odie? Yeah, I'm your Mama Odie now, right? You got to dig a little deeper. I don't remember the words. Anyways, the point is you have to dig deep. Your why needs to be something that you almost feel embarrassed to admit to anyone. You hesitate, right? You go for the safe things like I want to live longer for my kids, to see my grandkids. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to have energy. That's what everybody wants. Why do you really want to lose the weight? Or whatever your goal is. Whatever your goal, your aspiration, your vision, your resolution, whatever it is, why do you have to dig deeper to get to the bottom of it. Do you want to end anxiety now? Are you feeling anxious when you wake up in the morning with that heart racing, that overwhelmed feeling in your brain of everything you have to do for that day, feeling stressed out before your feet even hit the floor? I have got the solution for you. My free morning meditation will get you started every morning, remembering that you and only you are in control of your feelings. So no matter what your circumstance, situation, or person in your life is trying to drag you down, you get to decide how you want to feel each and every day. End anxiety, overwhelm, stress. Now, click the link below. You are worth it. And for me, when I hired a trainer and I told him that I wanted to lose 80 pounds and he kept pressing me, right? Why? I thought, this guy's going to drive me insane. Why do I have to answer to you? Why do I have to answer to you? Because he said, what you're about to embark upon is going to take a lot of perseverance, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and you might be all excited and all in now. What are you going to do on the days when you don't want to come to the gym at 5 a.m., when you want to sleep in, when you don't want to eat your broccoli and chicken because the margaritas are flowing around you and the chips and salsa are right in front of you, or your beloved cheesecake is in front of you? What are you going to do? You need to be able to remember your why so that you don't lose your way. And he sent me off, and I thought, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, right? I can't believe I just paid him all this money, and here I am doing all this psycho stuff. And it was, of course, it's always my daughter that seems to bring things to light. God works very strongly through my daughter to convict me into seeing what he wants me to see. And she said to me, hey, Mom, how come you made all these scrapbooks? Because I was an avid scrapbooker after she was born. How come you made all these scrapbooks and they just kind of ended when I turned 6? It was like 6 or 7. I was like, I don't know. Like I just kind of ignored the question. And then it hit me, right? It's like God just slapped me upside my head. A light bulb went off. And I remembered that I did this one scrapbook and I hated the way I looked in the pictures in the scrapbook. And I just stopped it. And it was literally the last scrapbook that I had stopped because I had gotten to my heaviest weight ever. And I hated the way I looked in pictures. I was very critical of the way I looked in pictures. And then I noticed that I would start hiding in pictures. I'd be hiding behind my daughter, put her in front of me. I'd be hiding behind my husband. I would only have my face, not, from the neck down. And I dreaded pictures. I hated the way I looked in pictures. And that seemed vain and embarrassing to actually admit out loud. And God just held a mirror up to my face, right? And said, "Hey girl, you are more precious than rubies. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are my creation. Why are you hiding in pictures? What's going on here? What's going on in my temple that you don't want others to see, even though they can see it and you can see it?" And that's when it hit me that my why was pictures. I wanted to look at a picture and like what I saw. Because when I looked in the mirror, girl, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh yeah, I got a little fluff on my body, but I look okay. I look good. Didn't bother me to walk into Lane Bryant and get a size 18 or 20 off the rack. My husband even looked at me when I was the highest weight ever and told me I was the most beautiful woman he ever laid eyes on. So I didn't connect it, right? I just thought, yeah, I've got some weight to lose. But it was pictures. My why was pictures. And that's when I went back into that trainer and I was like, I got it. I got it. So you know what he made me do? He said, you're going to go home and have your daughter take a picture of you at this highest weight. And then you're going to wait. Wait for what? You're going to wait because then one day you're going to see a picture of yourself and you're going to say, now I have reached my goal. It's not going to be from the scale. It's not going to be from the measurements we take or your body fat. Those are just numbers. They don't mean anything. It is going to be from a picture that you see of yourself because that is your why. And I'll be damned if that little ninja trainer wasn't right. He was spot on because I'll never forget it. It was our anniversary and my daughter took a picture of us in the gazebo where we got married. And I looked at the picture and I said, there you are. There you are. Meaning I finally recognized myself. I finally saw a picture of myself. I saw myself as God sees me, right? Fearfully and wonderfully made, more precious than rubies. I saw my goal realized, my vision realized. And I can't tell you what I weighed. I can't tell you what my measurements were, what my size clothing was. All I knew is when I looked at that picture, I realized I found my why and I found my way. Remember, you are worth it.